have a little chat about contemporary handbags. The contemporary handbag market is arguably the best it has ever been, and unless you live under a rock, you have probably noticed that more and more contemporary handbags are trending on social media right now. So if you're not sure what a contemporary handbag is or which handbag to put in that category, it's typically any bag that ranges between $200 to $800, so definitely below $1,000. Brands like Michael Kors and Marc Jacobs, they kind of became popular during the luxury boom of maybe the mid-2000s, and people were loving those bags, I mean, more than anything else. And let me just say, I have talked about this on my channel way back when, but my kind of dabbling into luxury items and handbags was through Coach. So I really owned a shit ton of Coach bags like way back in the day. So I wanted to make this video because honestly, I cannot remember the last time I was kind of tempted or intrigued to buy a contemporary handbag. I've just been only spending my money on bags that are definitely over $1,000. And that's kind of what I've loved doing. And I've always steered clear of the bags that were below that, which is kind of insane now that I think about it. I wanted to kind of dissect it a little bit, talk about the bags that I think are worth buying and the bags that I'm seeing the most right now. And yeah, just have a little discussion about it. You guys, I'm honestly really conflicted with this, okay? And I would love to hear from you guys because, like I said, I'm a little bit conflicted. So in my late teens to very early 20s, I bought a lot of Coach bags and I really loved them. And that was kind of my dabbling into handbags in general. And then later on, like loving luxury bags and just like climbing up the ladder and buying bags like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dior, Chanel. Definitely fell in love. Definitely used to be like a loud luxury person. Like I wanted people to know that what I was wearing was designer. Anyways, I kind of asked myself way back when, I was like, okay, Angelique, do you want to take the, because you got to think, I was also very young when I started out. And so like, I didn't have an endless amount of money to spend on this stuff. I was like asking myself, I'm like, okay, do I want to take the money that I kind of budgeted for shopping and buy lots of contemporary bags? Do I want to have lots of contemporary bags, or do I just want to have one or two good luxury bags, right? And I soon or very quickly realized that let's just use an example. Let's say your dream bag is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull, just for an example purpose. And you trying to save up for it, but you keep buying bags like Michael Kors and I don't know, Coach to kind of try to fill that void. You're never really going to fill that void in my experience. You're always gonna want that higher end bag. And so what's gonna end up happening is all that money you could have saved and put towards that bag, now you have all these little contemporary bags. And this is what I realized, if you try and sell them, you get no money back for them. Like you really don't. Like let's say you spend $300 to $600 on one of these bags. If you're lucky, you're gonna get $50, $100, maybe $150, which is nothing. You're taking a big loss. And what I realized is if I make a mistake, which I've made many mistakes, and I buy a Dior bag, which I did, that was like $3,000. And I really quickly realized that it didn't fit my style, it didn't suit me, and I didn't love it. I could turn around and almost get all of my money back when I sold it. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I was like, okay, I'm gonna completely stop buying contemporary bags because to me, I would rather take every penny of that money and put it towards a luxury item like Chanel shoes, a Chanel bag, Louis Vuitton items, whatever it was that I wanted to buy at the time. And that really completely took me away from contemporary bags. And I also felt like that they seemed a bit outdated. I don't know if it was because I had bought so many of them when I was younger, or I don't know, they just felt dated, like especially Michael Kors. Now when I look at a Michael Kors bag, I definitely kind of feel like I want to cringe. I don't know why. So Michael Kors is still not my favorite. But why I say that I'm a little bit conflicted is because these bags have definitely been taking over in the last year or so, and I almost see a lot more contemporary bags than I see luxury bags, and I'm just wondering like why that is. I don't know if it's just a good marketing strategy or if it's because of inflation and people are just kind of like, I'm done spending my money on these luxury items that are kind of going down in quality. Because if we're being honest, some of these contemporary bags are really, really good in terms of craftsmanship and quality. Honestly, they really truly are. I do find it very interesting. So a couple of bags that I've been seeing over and over again and actually caught myself looking at is one bag from Coach, which I don't remember the last time I even liked a Coach bag. So they are definitely kind of stepping up their game and revamping some stuff and making some of their bags look quite good. So this particular one, there's actually two. There's like a denim version and then, I don't know the exact names, but I'll pop the pictures on the screen. And then there's like, I think it's like gray and brown. Definitely reminds me of something like, could be like a Louis or a Celine or even a Gucci bag, kind of like, you know, yeah, it reminds me of, it could be like a vintage Gucci bag or something. It has similarities to something like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But it looks really cool and I really like it. And then also there's a denim bag that a lot of influencers have been getting and actually hunting down really hard to try and get and spending more money on it than it would cost new, which is quite crazy. And I think that is because we're seeing a huge denim bag trend anyways. A lot of the Louis Vuitton denim bags are becoming a very big thing right now. Louis Vuitton is releasing a lot of denim bags. And so I don't know if some of these influencers are just like, hey, this is good quality and it's a lot cheaper. It's a fraction of the price. Let's just go with that. But I do think it looks nice and it does the same thing as a Louis bag. Like it gives you the same vibe if you just care about an outfit and aesthetic. Another bag is the Longchamp bag that, I hope that's how you pronounce it, but I have been seeing this bag all over the place. And I was recently in Nordstrom and I literally almost bought it, you guys, but I can't get out of this mindset that I feel like it's wasting my money because it's not a high-end bag, which honestly is kind of annoying that I do think that way. But this bag is really good quality. It is so affordable. It's under $200. And one of my friends actually had it when she was in college. She had 3 different ones. She used them as her like college bag where she put all her books in. And she said she was really rough on them. And she just showed them to me. They still look great. Like they still look good. And she said she lived in them. They're waterproof. When I went and tried it on, the material feels super sturdy. I'm like, this would be a great bag to travel with, to go to the cafe with, like put your laptop in and all of that stuff. My YSL bag is so beat up. It is my #1 tote that I like to use to work, like to take to work or to the coffee shop or wherever I'm working from that day. And I just throw it on the floor and I'm honestly really bad about stuff like that. So it's getting so beat up and I'm like, this cost me a lot of money. Like maybe it would be better to get something like the Longchamp bag and just use it as, you know, a work bag. But yeah, I find this whole contemporary bag versus luxury bag quite interesting. Let me know how you guys feel about it and what your stance on it is. Like, do you think it's worth buying them or are you kind of like me and you feel like maybe you're wasting your money a little bit? I don't know. I guess it just depends on if you really care about the brand name and luxury. And yeah, I think that's maybe really what it comes down to. Because like I said, some of these contemporary bags are really good quality and they look good and they give you the same vibe. They just don't have that name attached to it. So yeah, I don't know. I thought it would be fun to talk about. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.